The blade does not tremble. It does not question. It does not beg for mercy or flinch at the weight of its own edge. It cuts. That is all. And you are the blade. Not the hand that holds it. Not the thought that directs it, but the steel itself. Unbroken, unyielding, unafraid. There is a moment before all things, before the strike, before the decision, before the world rushes in, where everything is silent. That silence is your first teacher. It does not speak in words, it speaks in absence. In the space between breaths, between heartbeats, between what was and what will be. That is where you find the way. Not in the clamor of others, not in the scrolls of dead men, but in the hollowed-out center of your own stillness. To know the way is to know the weight of your own existence. It is not a path laid before you. It is the ground beneath your feet, the air in your lungs, the relentless forward motion of time itself. You do not choose the way. You recognize it, and in that recognition, there is no hesitation. There is only movement. The enemy is not outside you. The enemy is the voice that whispers, what if? What if you fail? What if you are not strong enough? What if you are wrong? That voice is not yours. It is the echo of a world that fears those who do not waver. Cut it down. Not with anger, not with hatred, but with the cold precision of a mind that has outgrown doubt. Solitude is your forge. You do not sharpen steel in a crowd. You do not temper it in noise. You walk alone because mastery demands it. Not the loneliness of the abandoned, but the solitude of the chosen. The wolf does not apologize for its hunger. The storm does not beg forgiveness for its fury. And you do not justify the hours spent in the company of your own silence. Detachment is not indifference, it is clarity. The moon does not cling to the sky. The river does not mourn the banks it leaves behind. You must love the fight more than the victory, the practice more than the praise, the truth more than the comfort of lies. Hold nothing so tightly that it cannot be released in a single breath. Rhythm is not a thing you find. It is a thing you become. The tide does not count the seconds between waves. The arrow does not measure the distance to its target. There is a pulse to all things, the rise and fall of empires, the turning of seasons, the beating of your own heart. Move with it. Not behind it, not ahead of it, but as part of it. Form is a tool, not a law. Learn the kata, the drills, the techniques, then forget them. Water does not remember the shape of the cup. Fire does not recall the name of the wood it burns. When the moment comes, there will be no time for thought. There will only be action. And in that action, you will know what you are made of. The undefeated mind does not fear loss. It does not fear pain. It does not fear death. These are shadows on the wall, illusions of a self that has not yet been burned away. What is there to fear when you have already let go? And when the fight is over, when the bodies are counted, when the dust settles, you return to emptiness. Not to weakness, not to doubt, but to the unshakable core of a warrior who knows. The battle was never outside you. It was always within. And now it is done. The blade does not tremble. It cuts, that is all. And so do you. There is a place beyond technique, beyond strategy, beyond thought. A place where the sword moves without a hand to guide it, where the body acts without a mind to command it. This is the way of no way. It is not something you learn. It is something you remember. You are born with this knowing. A child does not question its own breath. A bird does not doubt its wings. But somewhere along the path, you forgot. You began to hesitate, to second guess, to measure yourself against ghosts and mirrors. Strip it all away. Return to the emptiness where all things begin and end. The master does not seek victory. The master seeks the absence of defeat. There is a difference. One is a goal. The other is a state of being. When you are no longer concerned with winning, you cannot lose. You will be tested, not by enemies, not by fate, but by yourself. There will be days when the weight of your own existence feels like a stone tied to your neck. days when the path ahead is nothing but fog and silence. These are the days that matter. These are the days that forge you. Pain is not your enemy. Comfort is. Comfort is the quiet death, the slow rot that eats away at the edges of your resolve. It whispers that you have done enough, that you have earned rest, that tomorrow is another day. But tomorrow is a lie. There is only now. And now is the time to push harder, to dig deeper, to burn brighter than you ever have before. The fire that tempers you is the same fire that will consume you if you let it. Walk the edge. Embrace the heat. Let it strip you down to the raw, unshakable core of who you are. Combat is not chaos. It is a dance, a conversation, a give and take of energy and intention. The fool rushes in, swinging blindly, fueled by fear or rage. The warrior moves with the rhythm of the fight, reading the ebb and flow like a sailor. Reads the waves. There is a time to strike and a time to wait, a time to advance and a time to retreat. The master knows the difference. The master feels it in the blood, in the bones, in the quiet hum of the universe itself. Do not fight against the current. Move with it, use it, become it. When the last enemy falls, when the last challenge is met, you will stand alone once more. Not as the person you were, but as the person you have become. Stronger, wiser, unbroken. But this is not the end. It is only the beginning. The warrior's path has no finish line, no final victory. There is only the next step, the next breath, the next moment to be seized with both hands. The blade does not tremble. It cuts. That is all. And so do you.